Welcome to the Notary Educators with Kimmi Podcast. Hosts Kimmi and Jeff Nunnally, along with Alexis Franklin, share expert insights to help you launch and grow a successful mobile notary business no matter what state you are commissioned in. Learn how to become a top-notch loan signing agent and get answers to common notary questions. Explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training library, plus live weekly online coaching sessions with courses on general notary work, wedding efficient services, remote online notary, ink fingerprinting, apostille, translation services, and I-9 completion. Notary Educators, LLC is your one-stop shop for notary training. Tune in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast and subscribe to the Notary Educators with Kimmi's YouTube channel also for more tips. Take your notary business to new heights.
Educators with Kimmi. Hey, Mr. John. My neighbor. Hey, guys. Welcome to those who will watch the replay, those who will listen to the podcast. I am live. I'm sitting outside today. It's such a beautiful day. And before the rain hits, I'm like, let me go out here and get some of this fresh air. So if you've not been outside today, let's do it. So I thought I would hop on live really quick, though, because many of you were like, Kimmi, I missed the live on Friday night. I thought it was on YouTube. So I said, let me go live for a minute just to kind of talk about what happened last night, what we talked about, and, just kind of catch up. So I'll let YouTube notify a few of you, see who hops on. I know it is Saturday afternoon, so I'm going to still leave my little speech here. Just to tell you what happened last night. Hey, we got somebody. Welcome, y'all. So, yeah, last night, though, we had a live Q&A. And, it's Lisa. Hey, Lisa. You like me today? You're not doing too much? Hey, S. Abdul. What's going on with you? What's up? Yeah, so I had a few minutes, and I was just going to recap what happened last night. And it's so beautiful outside. I don't have any plans today. I actually did go somewhere this morning, so that's why I'm still kind of dressed. And, hey, everybody, welcome. So I was like, I'll just sit outside. We'll chit-chat a little bit. Don't have a topic. I always got a story. Something will come up. Did my clients early today. Oh, that's cool, Lisa. I love when I can do that, make my money early in the day, and the rest of the day is free. I am open on paper. On my Google page, I'm open till 8, so somebody may call me still. The day is young. That happens all the time. I'm thinking, I'm cool. I'm chill. I'm open 7 days a week. Not sure what your schedules are, but I am open 7 days. I typically, actually on my Google page, Lisa's open till 9. I'm open till 8. And I usually change it when the weather starts changing, when it starts getting darker earlier. But so far, I still left it at 8 because it gets dark around 8. So I typically will be open until 8 o'clock. But people do call. Literally, they call every day, all day, 7 days a week, too. Hey, Lori W., what's up, girl? How are you? Yes, I am open 7 days a week. Like I said, 9 till 8. There are other people in the area that start earlier than me. I got one person. He's 24 hours. So, so I always tell people to put what you can actually work. Some people want to put 24 hours. They've learned that on another channel or something. I'm a firm believer in only put what you can actually work. Because if somebody calls you at 3 o'clock, they're expecting you to answer the phone at 3 o'clock. Hey, Ingrid, what's up? Yeah, they're expecting you to pick up the phone. So anyway, if you don't take nothing else today, I think you should put what you can actually work. It may be like someone asked a question last night, and I get this question quite often too. If I work full time, how do I start a notary business? You know what? Let's talk about that for a minute. And we got a few people here that are in mentorship, and they are working full time, and they go to school, and they still raising families and still doing their business. So a lot of times, guys, I won't say you're making excuses. I won't say that because it's hard when you work more than one thing. It's hard, okay? Be it school, be it work, your family, whatever the second thing may be. It's hard. But if we want something better, we still got to do it. It doesn't change the fact, that, yeah. And I'll go a little deeper with that because I know a lot of people, sometimes they've had a rough life and they're like, man, I've been through this, I've been through that. But, Georgia Power don't care what you've been through. When you get ready to go out there and pay your bills, nobody really cares what you've been through. So I'm not being insensitive right now, but I'm just speaking facts. And you know this, if you are a woman or a man and you lived a little life and you got a story, because we all got one, and we're trying to garner sympathy why we can't do this or why we can't do that. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy. So I will say, you know, and again, I'm not being insensitive, but no one's going to build your business for you. Nobody's coming to help you. We can see that now with what's going on in the news, right? Right now, a lot of people wish they did have something that they could fall back on. And we're not saying it to say, well, I got something you don't. But what I am saying is, now's the time to start building something. Don't wait till something happens and then say, oh, I wish I shoulda, woulda, coulda. A lot of y'all sitting on y'all commissions right now, and you could be making money. You know, you might be furloughed, you might be laid off, you might be getting terminated. If you're working for the government, we just don't know. You just don't know. But I know a lot of y'all have y'all commissions. I know that. I get texts and messages all day long in my comments. I got my commission. I don't know what to do. I got my commission. I'm scared. I got my commission. You know, stop being scared. Let's make some money. Let's learn the business. Invest some time. It doesn't take a lot, but you do have to invest some time and energy. That's what we talked about last night. It's not just going to happen. You have to grow the business yourself. You know, even if you join the program, which I'll tell you about our mentorship program, even if you join it and you don't do anything with it, you're not going to grow. It's just as simple as that. When I was growing my business, it take our old trainer, Angela, me and her be cracking up because she like, Kim, you at the hospital, you taking calls. Yep, I have my earpiece in my ear making appointments. Making appointments. I walk around the hospital. I worked at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. I'm going to get these comments right quick. But I worked at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta for 8 years, and I worked there on the weekends and evenings. I love weekends and evenings because I hate traffic. Hated traffic. Plus, I would get what's called shift differential. So I love working evenings and weekends, right? Hit the like button for me. Thanks. Appreciate it. Subscribe, all that good stuff. But anyway, I'll be walking around the hospital talking to my clients. I'm like, hey, welcome to Children's, or whatever I got to do. And I got my earpiece in my ear. The phone's ringing and zinging. I'm like, hold on, y'all. I'll step to the side, make that appointment. Oh, you need somebody when? And see, my other blessing was because my husband is a notary too. So I would say, hey, can you get this job? Or even if I couldn't do it and he could not do it, I would refer it out to Angela. I refer it to somebody in the area. So somebody getting that money, okay? But yeah, I was working, so I can speak to this a little bit. I did not work full time, but I worked a lot. And I had my mom with me, so I was about it, though. I'm just that person. So everybody's bent and created a little bit different, you know? But I'm like, if I really want something, I'm about to make it happen. Like right now, guys, I am so pleased. I'm not going to now. Well, I'll talk about it. I've been talking about it, but I just finished recording. I started a new project. I had a business channel. You guys know that. Business Life with Kimmi. But I'm revamping it. I'm changing the name of it. I already changed it actually a couple months ago, but I just haven't felt like doing anything with it. I had to be inspired to actually make some moves. And I had somebody create my logo for me. And I looked at the logo and I was like, okay, I like this. It's different for me. But my new channel is called Creators Club with Kimmi. And it's already out. Like I said, it's already got people on it because it was called Business Life. But I'm going in a different direction over there because I was going to just talk about business. But the older I get, and I'm really talking to older people, and let's say people from like that 35 to 60-ish, y'all got stuff to talk about, but you're scared of social media, okay? You're scared of social media. You don't want to show your face. You don't want to talk. We don't communicate anymore, but that's where the money is, okay? That's where the money is. So I want to teach people how to make some of that digital money. That's what that channel was all about. Creators Club with Kimmi. So how to do an ebook, how to write a course, how to talk, how to speak to people, how to create marketing stuff. I mean, everything that I've done in my business, and you guys know I love talking business. I talk it here too with you guys here on the Notary channel. But I want to deep dive. I want to get to where I can talk to anybody. So right here, if I talk about anything other than notary here, even though you're growing businesses, people are like, whoa, I don't want to talk about that. Even though you're growing businesses, it fascinates me. I don't understand that. We're growing a business here. So you would think I would be able to merge the two on this channel, and I can't. So anyway, my other outlet is Creators Club with Kimmi. So it was notary. It was called Business Life with Kimmi. Now it's all K's, and it's Creators Club with Kimmi. And I just love it. So feel free to go ahead and subscribe. Coming soon. I just recorded 3 of the courses. And that too will be where I take people weekly to build out their digital business. And I'm so excited about it. So Lori says, let's get back to how to build your business right here full time. But my point in saying that was, I got enough stuff going on, but I'm just called to help people with business. I love talking business. I'm great at starting businesses. For years, this is nothing new. Before I even started my notary business, I had other businesses. I had a daycare. We had mobile detailing, carpet cleaning, all this stuff, right? I bleed business. So what was so funny, though, I could talk to anybody about their business. Oh, you got a lawn care business? Okay, are you doing this, and that? Before I even started all my businesses. And then I'm only imagining after I started my businesses. So now that's what I do. I mean, you can give me 5 seconds, I can look at your business and tell you what's wrong. So I was like, I got to talk about this. That's how it was with notary. It's like, it's in my chest. I got to let it out. Okay, Lori says, I work full time and I work it around my schedule, lunch break, after work, weekends, etc. And see, Lori is about it, okay? Lori is about her business. And I have seen that. And like she said, she does it at lunch. She does it on a lunch break. A lot of y'all working from home. Instead of catching up on your favorite TV show, could you be out doing a notary stamp? I mean, let's just keep it real. I'm going to keep it, what they say, 100. For real. So sometimes you got to put a little effort into it. Some more tips. And Lori had another comment too. She says, I'm blessed to have a job in these days, in these times. However, it takes off some stress to know that if I can just switch to this full time, get ready, be ready. What? And that's what I'm talking about. If you have to, you may not have to, right? Be blessed that you have a job. But I'm talking to those of you who don't have nothing else on the side. Your whole everything is in your 9 to 5. That should be a frightening thought. When we were both working, my husband and I, before we started our notary business, we were working outside the home. I would listen to financial people. This is nothing new to me. Financial literacy and stuff. I've been learning money and stuff. Even though I worked at the bank for 20 years, I've been learning, like, deep diving into money and stuff for a long time now. And I would always hear them say, if you only have one income, you need to be afraid. I'm like, we got a steady check. My husband works over here at this big company. We're not going nowhere. And he did work all through COVID. When everybody else was getting laid off throughout the years, my husband was at his company for 22 years, Assurant. He was there for 22 years. And throughout the years, literally, people in 2008, people was getting laid off. 2009, people was getting laid off. He never had experienced any of that, thank goodness. COVID, he worked all through COVID. So we were blessed that we never had a financial loss with the income like that, because that would have been devastating for us, And that was before we started our notary business. So even now, you got different concerns. Everything comes with something. So I'm not painting a life that is just so perfect being an entrepreneur, owning our own business, because now we're worried about this insurance thing, If that changes with the government, how much are we going to have to pay? We're used to paying this small amount per month. If they take away the credits that they give us for insurance, that's going to affect us, right? So Black Lady Vet 1 says, I just got my stamp in the mail today. Yay. I'm ready. I would like to sign up. Hey, welcome. Congratulations. What state are you in? It doesn't matter. I'm just asking, because all 50 states are in our course. We got Illinois, Michigan, Georgia, a lot of Texas, Florida, California, Nevada, all states represented. So yeah, sign up, notaryeducators.com. You have 2 choices now. I did bring back the $27 plan. The reason I took it away is because a lot of people were like, well, I really just want to go all in. Well, of course, as soon as I took it away, other people were like, why are you taking it away? I want to get started. So I said, oh, my nose is itching. So they were like, well, why'd you take it away? I want to get started. So I was like, okay, let me bring it back. So the $27 plan is back. You have 2 options. I'll tell y'all about mentorship in a minute. Let me get a couple more comments. You get a lot of shout out, Miss Black Lady. Lisa's in mentorship. Lori's in mentorship. So yes, please join us. We would love to have you. NotaryEducators.com. So anyway, I forgot what I was telling y'all, because I be having so many stories. But I told y'all about my newest little thing I'm doing. I just scratched myself. But let's talk about some more tips working full time. So like Lori was saying though, if you work from home, you are able to maybe everybody's work from home situation is different. And I don't know if you want to let clients come to your home. See, that's another option too. Sometimes you got to get creative, right? Sometimes people just want everything the easy way. It's not going to be easy, y'all. Nobody said it's going to be easy. Oh, you're in Illinois too. Okay. I'm not in Illinois, but Lori's in Illinois. We got quite a few Illinois now, Lori. I'm trying to see if we need to try to do like, you know, by state, getting people together or not. I like us all together, really. So we got to think about how we want to proceed in the future. But anyway, yeah, come on and join us. Yeah, we got Illinois in the house. And matter of fact, our other person, we got a couple new people that joined actually in Illinois. They've been looking for somebody. But really, that's not what's important. The important thing is to learn your notary business. It doesn't matter what state you're in because all of your documents are not going to originate in your state. They're just not. So some more tips though for working full time is work the plan, the program. So in the notary, this will be a good time to talk about the notary mentorship and how to work the program. Okay. So it's designed for you to learn your basics. You learn how to properly notarize because many people are afraid. They don't know how to notarize. They're afraid of the documents. They haven't seen the documents. They don't know what to do. So that's the first part, is having a good foundation. So Notarize Like a Pro will give you that. Okay. Then the next thing that we're going to talk about is some specialty general notary work, because that's what you're going to find. I like people to start doing general notary work and then add loan signing. Okay. That's my preferred process for people. Why? Because if you can do general notary work, you can do anything. General notary work, you might get a call from a mommy around the block trying to get her kid in school, a power of attorney, somebody in a hospital, somebody in a jail, boot camp. Let's do it. Okay, if you can do that, then surely you can go sit at a table and do a loan signing. That's not a big deal, right? So that's why I like people to start with general notary work. So then we go through the general notary course, right? That's your specialty documents. That's your power of attorneys, your estate documents. You do not need any special certification in order to handle those documents, but you do need to know how to do it, okay? You don't need a special certification, but you do need to know how to do it, all right? So then after that, we have the estate. Then I want you to build out your business. By now, you're ready to build out your business. Now we can start going to buy our stamps, our ink, our paper, our toner, and all this kind of stuff, right? Because now we know what to do. I always put it like you're going to buy a car and then you don't have no driver's license. When you start buying all these supplies and stuff, you don't know what to do with it. So let's learn what to do with it, and then you can start buying your supplies. There is a free recommended notary supply list you can download at Notary Educators under the resources tab, okay? Under resources. Right, as Abdul said, that's what I'm doing right now. So follow the program. The ones that actually follow the program, I can tell. I can always tell. I have them uploaded in the order in which I like you to watch them, because it's like we're building a house, right? We're building a house. We brick by brick by brick. And then before you know it, you got a big old beautiful home, okay? So, or you're making a cake or whatever. You got this ingredient, that ingredient, this ingredient, that ingredient. And then, hello. Great. So you keep adding to it. And then before you know it, you got a whole red velvet cake, right? So that's the same way that we are going to work our business. We have to get the foundation. Most people like to sign up and they watch all 16 in one day. They watch all 16 courses in one day. Like they are, what is the word? Binge watching. No, we're not binge watching through our business, guys. We're going to grow our business. So the next step would be the Build Your Business course, right? Because now I want you to get your supplies. Make sure you have your E&O insurance before you start stamping any documents, you know. So we're going to go step by step. I can always tell who didn't. So some people will start, they watch Notarize Like a Pro. Now they skip it to apostilles. Well, what happened in between? You're not ready. You're not ready. So I'm not being shady. I'm not being whatever, but you got to follow the program. If you follow the program works. Okay. Some people say, well, how long do I need to be in your program? How long do I need to be in a program? As long as you want to be in a program. For some people, we offer, and this is not for some people, but because we offer 7-day-a-week live support. If you have a job out there and you get stuck, there's no one to call on the weekends, okay? There's no one to call. The NNA is closed. We're open 7 days a week. We start as early as 9. I typically get in the chat around 9. We have a group chat if you're in an all-inclusive plan. And then we typically end around midnight-ish because I have a lot of people that is on the West Coast, Pacific times and all that. So I have to help them Central time or whatever, okay? So I tend to be in a group a little bit later than most, okay? Now, at a certain point, we are shutting it down. We've had people put stuff in there 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. No, we're gone. It can wait till tomorrow. There's no signing company that's open at 4 in the morning, no matter what time zone you're in. So we are shutting it down. But overall, though, we are there 7 days a week. That's why I work 7 days a week. If it's not in my notary business, I'm working 7 days a week in my chat. So that's the life that I've chosen, okay? So, and it's a great life because I love helping people. And when you help people, you're going to always win, okay? So, anyway, back to how you can work full time. So, watch the courses. And then, so for example, the Build Your Business course, okay? I take you step by step. How to pick your name, right? How to pick your name, how to pick your logo, how to pick your colors. Do you need a business email, EIN, all that stuff, right? As you're going through the course, I want you actually doing it. So by the time you finish the Build Your Business course, you already know what to do because you did the other trainings, right? Now we're going to build it out. And now let's start getting that phone to ring. Okay. Now we're going to go next level. What does that look like? Now we're going to start building out our Google page, start doing our website, right? So it's a puzzle. All of that cannot be done in 1 month. So when people say, how long does it take? Take as long as it takes. Okay. It takes as long as it takes. And that's going to be really dependent upon you. So the program is designed for you to win, for you to get the knowledge that you need, for you to build out your business. People are doing it. We had a success meeting the other day. It was the first of the month. That's the first time we had did that. And oh my God, I was just so taken aback by the many wins. And a lot of people in our group, y'all hear me say this every time I go live, but a lot of our group is walking in silence. They're walking in silence. They're actually doing stuff in the program, but they don't blast it. They don't get on, in the chat and say, I did 3 long signings yesterday. I don't hear about it till like the other day. Somebody told me they did 30 field inspections. 30. He didn't tell us what time frame, but I was just still surprised he had did so many. I was like, what? He's been within the group probably 3 months. And I had to ask him, y'all gonna see this. I said, so how'd you learn about field inspections? And he was like, from you. And I was like, that's what I wanted to hear. That's the ham in me. I'm like, I figured he did. So we got quite a few people in the group, though, doing field inspections. And I taught them that, I'm about to do a mystery shopping course that's coming soon. Because I actually do get a lot of requests from that. So I'm going to go ahead and film it. I got it written up, but I'm going to go ahead and get that filmed because people want to know how to do it. A lot of times people are afraid of the unknown. Hey, Chanel, what's up? Yeah, a lot of people are afraid of the unknown. So, but we have the field inspection course, the apostille course, the wedding officiant course, ink fingerprinting, proctoring. I mean, literally, wait a minute. Is there a proctoring course? There's not a proctoring course, but I mentioned it in the specialty training. Yeah, there's not a proctoring course, but I do cover that and how to do it in the specialty training. Yes. And you really don't need a course on that. I mean, people they want me to write a course on everything. Everything doesn't require a course. I mean, if I feel like it does, of course I'm going to write it. I'll be the first one. But, I don't want to just course you to death. I give you what you need. And then, of course, like I said, if we go along and I see that there's a need for something else, okay, we'll do it. What questions do you all have for me today? Lori, you not doing nothing today? You and S. Abdul, y'all not doing nothing? Chanel, no parties tonight? No nothing? I think I'm going to go in here after I eat dinner. Well, actually, I'm going to walk, and I'm going to do my walk. I would have did my walk with y'all, but that's too much, so I can't read the comments. But I'm going to do my walk, and then I'm going to eat. Jeff is making some spaghetti. I'm going to eat that. And then I'm going to binge watch Call a Midwife. I just saw that that's out. So I'm going to binge watch that season 14. Have any of you guys watched Call the Midwife? Grandmother's 101 year birthday yesterday, just cooling out at home. Wow, that's amazing, Lori. And guess what? Unfortunately, a friend of mine, she lost her mom. I think it was last week, and the memorial was today. I got on there, the Zoom. That's why I was in MIA. She was 101. She was 101, girl. That is so beautiful. It is so beautiful, Lori. Is she still able to like think and stuff, like in her right mind? And you know, yeah. So I just did a Zoom, and I missed another one. It was 2 today. Another friend of mine. I know her since I was little. We're not really close friends, but I just know her. Like really, you know, we know each other, but we're like not intimate. And she lost her mom. I was supposed to log on to that one at 2, and I saw it, and I said, okay, I got a few more minutes, and then I really forgot. Then when my phone alerted me again, it was an hour later. So, let's see what else we got. Yeah, so enjoy your family though, guys. While you have your mom, your dad, your grandparents, I enjoyed my family so much. I miss them. You know, for those of you who don't know, I lost my mom. My dad, okay, let's start over. My sister in 2019, December, and my dad 3 months later, March. 2 years later, my mom in February, and a few months later, my father-in-law that May. So it's been a rough few years. You know, you never get over it. You learn how to cope, but it's never like, oh, I'm like I was. One day I had a friend, she was like, we went to a little party for a kid. And she was like, man, she said, I miss the old Jeff and Kim. And when she said it, it kind of threw me. And I knew what she meant, though. But you're changed forever, you know. And a lot of people say, well, I would never know you went through all that. I have. My faith, you know, has not been easy. Has not been easy. I've had a few moments on here where I've cried about it. And then there are other times when I feel so blessed that I had the parents that I did. I enjoyed them, you know. And I pray I have the life that they had. So that's why sometimes I don't be like, oh, I'm old, I'm this. I do sometimes. Jeff don't like it. But I'm grateful. And that's why I still try to walk. I try to, you know, eat semi-okay and take care of myself because I do want to live. We all do, you know. Chanel says, I'm still learning, trying to navigate this notary journey. Well, you don't have to try by yourself, Chanel. That's why we have the mentorship program. And really quickly, the reason I created that program and the price points that they are is because I was like, 2025, no more excuses. People are like, well, training is too expensive. I can't afford mentorship. You can't afford not to if you want to have a real business. You cannot afford not to be a mentorship. It's $27 a month or $47, whichever you prefer. Each package comes with live trainings every week. So at first I was like, well, the $27 people, we're not going to let them come to the training. Nope. I'm like, nope, they can come to the training because it's one big family, right? I had to get the bugs out. Even when I rolled it out, it was always a part of it when I was thinking about the process, what I wanted that to look like. Because one time I had a few people say, well, sometimes the new people are not on the same page as the other people. But then I'm like, but guess what? We can help each one teach one, right? So the people that do know a little bit more, they can help the people who don't. So our group and family is really that for real. A lot of times people have jobs. If they can't answer a comment, it will get answered. It will get answered. My neighbor is playing his music. I think he's from up north. I could tell because that's what we used to do up north on Saturdays, you know. You play your music. I can hear it, so it make me want to move. But girl, he be out there. I'm talking about girl, but I'm not, like I'm really just. I mean, like it's just me and you. I do that to Jeffrey sometimes. I'll be like, girl. But anyway, yeah, he be playing his music. It's a slide. So anyway, he be out here. I know some of the other neighbors probably like, you can take that back where you came from. All right, here we go. So yeah, Chanel, don't navigate it by yourself, honey. We can help you out. You can choose whichever plan you want to. You can come to the weekly sessions. If you ever want to upgrade where you need the live support, then you can do the $47 package, okay? So no more excuses. No more excuses. If you want to get started, you can start with my Start Your Notary Business book. Kind of just see who we are, what we do. You can watch the channel. I got 1,000 videos plus, almost 2,000. You can watch that. And we've been pumping out that content, y'all. We've been putting out content like crazy. So the world will know who we are at Notary Educators. So yeah, so check that out. If you like our way of teaching and training, come and join us. We love to have you. Look at the program. What you see on the internet is actually what you get. So you can just read between the two options. Some people are like, well, can I call you first? There's no need to call me. Either you want the $27 plan or the $47 plan. Those are your two options. Well, actually you have 3 self-paced courses, and that's 60% off. Coupon code is WIN 2025, WIN 2025. So you got 3 options: $27, $47, or self-paced. Those are your options, but you don't have to do it alone. It kind of breaks my heart when I hear you say that, because again, you don't have to do it alone. We're here, Notary Educators. As Abdul says, good weather to walk, but trying to get my study on. Well, take a few minutes for you and get your walk on, okay? Take a few minutes, or whatever you want to do. Sometimes I step in the house. Wait a minute, I'm hearing something. I'll step in the house. I got a friend, she steps, y'all. She be getting her steps on like 10,000. She do like that. So without your health, though, you can't do nothing else. Especially, I'm going to tell you the truth, all roads lead back to notary. When you out here, you going up in an apartment. We had an apartment signing that we did last week. He was on the 2nd floor. I was like, doggone it. And of course, you know, we went to the wrong side of the apartment before we realized it. And I saw the number up there, but it didn't match. So you got to get your walk on out here. And it'll be easy, y'all. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. Lori says, Chanel saying, hey, Lori says she has dementia, but she was able to say thank you at the birthday. Oh, that's good. And that is sad. I'm sorry. But 101, we expect her to have something. But I'm so glad she was able to say that. You were able to spend some time with her. Yeah. Lori saying faith keeps you strong. It does. It does. And it's so much going on. It really is. Actually, I lost another friend of mine. And again, we were not super intimate, but she knows my husband's family better. We lost her last week. Well, what's today? Saturday? It must have been, I'm thinking it was Friday last week. And anyway, we got to get ready. I don't know that I'll go in person to her arrangements or not. I might, because that's closer. But she was only in her 40s. So that's why people try to shame you about your age and stuff. You know, be grateful you woke up another day. Yeah. And all of our circumstances may not be perfect financially, you know. Some of it's self-inflicted, though. This is not that channel, but I watched this guy called Orlando Minor. I think it's Orlando Minor. If you've not seen some of his stuff, Jeff can't stand his voice. Because he's so loud. But I do like loud people. I do loud well because I can be that person. But he always talking about how people buy these expensive cars. They can't afford them. They're getting repossessed. They're buying expensive cars and you take it to like a chain oil place because you can't afford a $400 oil change, you know. I know even for myself and my sister, I drive a Honda. She drives a Lexus. My car key is to get replaced. I think I can get it through the Amazon mail. Her key is $300. So that's the kind of stuff you got to think about when you're making decisions and purchases, right? Don't keep up with the Joneses, guys. Live below your means. Again, this is not that channel, but I'm going there right quick because, again, what could you do with an extra $500 or $600 a month? I'm not even telling you in your notary business you're going to make $10,000 a month, right? Y'all can't hear his music, can you? Let me know if y'all can hear his music. I don't think you can. My phone is pretty good at drowning out stuff. Let me know if y'all can hear his music because that'll give me a strike on YouTube. You know, so as Abdul says, I'm going up there on Wednesday. Can't wait. Where did we say? What were we talking about? Going where? Oh, good. Where are you going on Wednesday, S. Abdul? Where are you going? Yes, Chanel. So check it out. Oh, I can smell Jeff's spaghetti. Oh, thank you, Lori. Okay, cool. Because I was like, oh no, I don't want to get a strike. But anyway, so I'm just sitting out here though. But so a couple more tips when you're trying to work your business full time though, really quick, since that's the topic seemed like we ended up talking about, is when you get home, though, have a goal. Today I'm going to order my business cards. What courses am I going to watch in the program? If you're in a Notary Business Success Program, I'm going to watch today Notarize Like a Pro, and I'm going to watch this one. The courses are not long. It does not take you 200 modules. I did not design it that way. You know, I don't teach that way. You know, I don't operate that way. So you can write out, today I'm going to watch this one. Tomorrow I'm going to watch that one. Print the tip sheets. Every course has a tip sheet, right? They're templates for your marketing, editing. I even included that. At one time I was selling that separately. I was selling it separately, the marketing piece. And I was like, you know what? I really want people to win. I'm just going to include it. So really everything you need is in there. Business card templates, okay? You can build out the business card and then you send it over to order it to Office Depot, Vistaprint, wherever you want. But there's a template for that. There's a template for a flyer. There are demand letters. I mean, literally everything you need when you're ready. So it's no pressure, okay? If you need to start at the $27 just to get in the club, get in the room, okay? Start there. You can always upgrade. I had somebody do that today. But you do have to cancel the $27 one, and then you enroll in the $47 one. You could wait until your $27 month is over, or if you want to do it in between, and you just pay for 2 months at, you know, $127, $147 that month. Totally up to you how you want to do it. It's your business. You get to choose. Cancel at any time. You cannot just tell me, well, Kimmi, I'm going to join today. I want to cancel in 3 months. That's great, but you need to cancel it. Not me. You enrolled yourself. So I'm always very, very transparent, guys. I am very transparent. How does mentorship work? Let's talk about that, because sometimes people get confused when you say mentorship. The reason it took me so long, so I've been doing this, 5 years on YouTube almost. It took me 2 years to come up with a mentorship program because I wasn't going to just roll out no junk. It needed to work for you. It needed to work for me. So most people, when you say mentorship, they're like, well, can I call you to find out if I can take an expired ID? Can I call you about this? Can I put you on speed dial for this? You cannot. Because I have my own business. I have my own notary business in addition to Notary Educators. So there's no way I can run your business for you and run my businesses, right? But what mentorship does look like is you watch the program, you watch the courses, right, in the order, follow the program, and then as you're getting stuck on your assignments or whatever, you drop it in the chat, and that's what my main role is, to make sure your signings go okay. It's not my role to pick your colors for you. I will assist in that if you drop it in the chat, but that's not my main role in the notary community. In the notary community, my goal is to help you to make sure your signings are completed correctly, make sure you're able to execute your documents, and I want to make sure that your business is growing, right? I'll chime in, like somebody asked earlier, hey, what do my flyers look like? So I don't mind chiming in, but I'm not sitting there all day saying, well, you need to pick yellow and blue, you need to put green and red. No, because that's not what it's designed for. Now, that kind of question is in the chat, but that's where your community, your notary family kind of come in and kind of help you, okay? I see we got a lot of new people that joined us. Thank you, Lori. Like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff, okay? Do y'all have any more questions while I'm here for a few more minutes? I'm telling y'all, his music sounds so good. I act like I can dance. I really can't. Well, I mean, I guess everybody can move. I can do my thing. I get so shy, though. As much as I like to talk, I don't like, because I'm always thinking other people can dance better than me. And they might can, but everybody, my cousin always says everybody can, what do you say? Everybody got their own ball game. So everybody, dance and stuff differently. Any more questions do we have while I'm here live? Any more questions? Oh, really quick, what happened last night? I know I'm all over the place. What they call that, squirrely, rabbit, whatever. Really quick. So let's wrap up the 9-to-5 thing. So, but you got to be organized. When you're trying to take on more than one task, you have to be organized. As a business owner, you have to be organized. So what I tend to do is I write down, today I'm going to do A, B, C, and I try to stick to that. Not every day, because y'all know I'm not that strict, right? But when I have something I want to accomplish, I can be stricter. I can be stricter with myself. So I write down what I have to do, check it off, When you're building out your business, that may be today, I'm going to focus on my name. I'm going to put some thought into it. I'm not going to just randomly pick something. I'm going to pick a name that has some meaning to me, that will get me business in my area, that will make me memorable and, searchable. So that might be a day. I don't know. However long it take you. When we first started this program, my God, it was like people took 2-3 months just to pick a name. I'm like, pick a name. Pick a name so we can move on. You can't move on without a name. Can you imagine your baby not having a name? Now, I think it's one of my friends, so I hope they're not watching. I think it's one of my friends. I remember doing somebody's translation for them, and their mother called them baby because they just couldn't think of a name. They couldn't think of a name, so their birth certificate said baby. I just don't remember who it was, so no shade if you watching. But I remember that conversation, and I'm like, so can you imagine? So you got to have a name. The baby can't function without a name, okay? Your business can't function without a name. You got to have a name. So fine. So that was the hardest thing, for months. We went through that with several people. It's like, oh my God, we got to pick a name so we can move on, okay? So, but you got to get your name. So that may be a day. Then the next day you got to, maybe during your lunch, call and get your LLC. Get your EIN. That's free. That shouldn't take that much time. IRS.gov. So you got to baby step it. Then take a day and order your business card. So it takes work. It takes work, guys. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes time, okay? And you got to be organized. That's the main thing. So you can start your own business working 9 to 5. We got many people in our mentorship. The majority work 9 to 5. We got a few retirees. Excuse me. And people maybe who already have their money made and just need a little something on the side. But the majority are working full time. And even for myself, because I had somebody, well, what does a day look like? I plan my days, even for me. I have to say, okay, well, I got this signing. I got a signing on Monday, actually, at 10 o'clock. Still haven't gotten the documents yet. So I already know Monday I got to be there at 10. I think it's 10 minutes away. I think it's only 10 minutes away because I tried to take it because it was closer, actually. I think it's 10 minutes away. That's the one that got that dog I was telling you about last week. I'm really thinking about having him meet me at a McDonald's or something. I'm telling you, because there's just too many dog bites, and I'm really afraid. He's talking about I could put him up. I don't know. Anyway, so I know I have that at 10. So I wouldn't schedule my next appointment, general notary or whatever it's going to be. It could be long signing. I would do another one that day, but it would probably have to be around the 1 o'clock hour, for me to do it. Because it's at 10. I want to be able to come back and scan back if I have to. I think I do have to scan back. Depending on how many pages it is, because I haven't seen the package yet, we'll take our portable scanner. So I have a portable, I have a home scanner. I got 2. So it just depends on how large the package is, because we'll sit right at FedEx and do it. So my next appointment would be like 1. And then if I had something else, like a field inspection or something I could fill in there, my next appointment probably would be around like 3. I'm like a every 2 hour, every 2.5, every 3 hour kind of person. I'm not going to do back to back. I'm not. Now, some people want to, okay? Some people want to do back to back, back to back. And if that's you, go for it. I like a little space in between because I don't want to be rolling up to the next assignment, breathing heavy, like, I just made it. No, I want to walk in cool, calm, and collected. S.I.Do. said, choosing a name, don't you have to make sure no one else has it? Yeah, you do. And I'll talk about that in the training. If you've not watched the Build Your Business training, I know you're in the mentorship program. Hello, my neighbor. Everybody kind of coming out. Yeah, so yeah, I do. So you do need to make sure, because I tell a story all the time of one of my, this is when we were doing one-on-one sessions, which we don't do those anymore. But when we were doing one-on-one, one of my students, he actually had a name. He was in Texas, but every time you Googled him, somebody in Florida popped up with his name. Literally. I'm not even making this up. So he was like, oh, Miss Kimmi, I don't want to change my name. Oh, Miss Kimmi, I love my name. I said, okay. So finally he reached back out and he changed his name because he couldn't grow. He couldn't grow. It's nothing you can do if somebody got your name. That's why having the name and what you pick is so important. So yes, I'm doing a Google search. I'm going to my state's website and do chat GPT, even chat. And I did that for my new business, Creators Club with Kimmi. I said, hey, anybody else got this name out there? So I already got it registered in my state, and I'm about to do everything else required to, have that name. But my point is, you want to make sure nobody else has your name, and even in our group, unfortunately, we have a lot of people that have chosen a name and they knew better. And sometimes Jeff is like, Kim, that was too rough. But it's like with any, and I'm not comparing myself to a parent-child relationship, but it could be a significant other or whoever. If somebody tell you to do something or they recommend something and then you go do the complete opposite and then you're not getting the results that you're getting, at a certain point, it's kind of hard to be empathetic, right? You kind of like, well, I told you that was going to happen. You don't want to say, I told you so. You want to try to walk them through, be nurturing and all that part and all that. But at the same time, it's like, but I already told you that. I knew that was going to happen. So even in our group right now, we got many people that's happened to. They pick something. Everybody else got Rose Bush Notary, and that's what you pick, Rose Bush Notary. I already told you from watching YouTube. I told you in the live sessions. I told you don't pick Rose Bush because everybody else got Rose Bush Notary. So, I mean, I can't help you. You got to do what you got to do. So that's when scriptures say, you reap what you sow, that's what you're going to get. I mean, it is what it is. I can't help you after you didn't pick that and you done bought your LLC, your EIN. And the thing about it is, and this is why I tell people what I tell people sometimes too, especially if they're at the initial stages, you may have to cut your losses and go ahead and get a new name. Okay. If you went ahead and did what you wanted to, you might have to go ahead and cut your losses and choose a new name, because it don't make sense to build a whole business knowing that somebody else got your stuff. It don't make sense to me. If that's what you want to do, go for it. But I have told many people, and I've taken losses. It's the cost of doing business. You know better, you do better. Or you decide you're going to listen, then you do it. Lavestra says, hello, I missed the Zoom. Was it recorded? Oh, I hate you missed it. Yes, it's recorded, but we just can't find it. We'll put it on YouTube when we find it. We'll put it on YouTube. Lavesta, are you in mentorship? I just can't remember, please. I'm sorry. I think you are. And it wasn't a Zoom like one of our sessions for our mentorship. It was an extra Zoom. It was a bonus Zoom. And if you're not referring to the free one we did last night, the one from Wednesday night is uploaded with the successes. Okay, thank you. No, but I plan to be soon. Okay. Sorry about that. I just couldn't remember. Because sometimes people come on my YouTube channel, but they don't come to the actual mentorship sessions. I'm like, oh my God. Or they're here and they have an alias here than they do over in mentorship. So I'm like, oh my God, I can't keep up. So yeah, it was recorded. We just got to find it. And then when I do, it will be uploaded to YouTube, because it was really a good session, the Q&A. It was really a good session. So I'll tell you a little bit about it right quick though. So we just talked about how to become a notary. What is a notary? What kind of training is actually required? Do you actually need, hey Sheena, what's up? How are you? How's it going? Welcome. I'm glad you made it. We're going to hang out a few more minutes. Any questions you have immediately? I know you're in mentorship, so we could always address it over there. But anything really quick you needed some help with? I think you're in mentorship. But Sheena says great. Okay. Oh, cool. Any questions right quick? I'll hang out a few more minutes. I might as well. I'm smelling Jeffrey cooking that spaghetti though. The weather is just so nice. That's why I decided to sit outside. Yeah, so we just talked about, because there's a lot of rumor mill out there where you got to have this certificate, you got to have this certification, you got to have this, you don't have to have that. So facts, really quick. The facts are, you do not have to have any special certification. Your state may require you to take a little training. Most of them do not. So that's a requirement. You cannot get around that. In addition to that, if you want to be a notary signing agent, right? A loan signing agent, those names are interchangeable. You do have to, if you want to work with the main players in the game, sign up with the NNA. So that's a little confusion. It's a whole lot of talk right now about you don't need the NNA. And you don't. You do not have to sign up with the NNA. But if you want to work with the major players out there, yes, you do need to sign up with the NNA. Certain companies are not going to work with you if you're not NNA certified. And that's just fact. So in my world, I'm like, why cut off a whole stream of income? I'm not mad at the NNA. The NNA is a business, okay? Some people get mad because they make money. They're a business. I don't know if they registered as nonprofit. I don't know what they're registered as. It don't matter to me. It don't affect my business one way or another. Whatever the NNA making, I don't get no cut of that. Period. Okay? Now, if that changes, I'll disclose it. But they might be paying somebody, but they ain't paying me. But I just know if I want to work with certain signing companies, I have to go through the NNA. And that's just fact. So certain companies on my phone, if you're not NNA certified, the alerts and notifications that I get from them, they will stop. Because they actually remind you, hey, your certification is expiring. Now, if they all in cahoots together, I don't know. Again, I don't care. I just need to get my signing. If that's $100 for 25 minutes and I got to go through the NNA to make that $75, I paid them one time $99. That ain't my business. It's over. I paid it. I'm done. Boom. Right off on my taxes. And let the alerts and notifications from signing companies keep on coming. Okay, so be cautious of what's going on out here in these notary streets, okay? Because, again, we can't control. The NNA is a big entity, okay? No more than the U.S. government. You can't control what happened over there. You just got to control your house. Your house. Your household. Okay, let's speak proper English. Your household. I can't worry about what's going on in D.C. Am I affected by it? Yes, especially if I work for them, right? But no matter what, you can't walk up there and say, hey, open up. Hey, it don't work like that. So the only thing I can control, and can't even control that much here because things happen, right? Tornado could come through, earthquake, fire, whatever. But you just control what you can, what little bit you can. And the rest of it, you got to let it go. So I say all that to say this. If you want to work with some of the major players, with all of them, 99% of them, they make you go through the NNA to be certified and background checked, okay? Background checked. It is what it is. So I'm not fighting that battle. I'm not. I could choose to go through the NNA or not. Do I do loan signings without the NNA? I do. I do. I get direct calls all day from Florida, from California. They're finding me on Google. They're calling me direct. That's one stream of income. But my second stream is because I'm registered with the NNA. These companies find me from there, and they know I'm background checked. And when it expires, they let me know, hey, your thing is expired. When your errors and omission is expired, they will let you know. They will let you know. Jeffrey just went through that. Okay? So his was expiring. So I was like, we don't want it to expire. Okay? Because we want to keep getting alerts from these companies. So here's Sheena saying, yeah, I'm Elisa Norris. See, she got two whole names. So, all right, Elisa, good to see you. So see, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I don't know who's who because we have different names. Like I go by Kimberly, Kimmi, Kim. All right, Sheena says I had my business name before the mentor program, but I'm pretty sure my name is unique. Okay, cool. And we don't want the name to be so unique, though, that nobody can remember you either, okay? Or so unique they can't pronounce it, so unique. So we're striving for a balance in there, okay? Striving for a balance. Striving for a balance. The balance is memorable, simple, yet a little different, okay? Okay, cool. And congrats on having your name, because I promise you that was a huge situation when we first started. I was just like, oh my goodness, for real. But for me, and I get that because for me, I've always used the same business name. When I had my daycare, it was called None Better Kids with a Z. My sister that I lost, she came up with that idea. Yeah, she came up with that idea. None Better Kids with a Z. We had our carpet cleaning. It was None Better Carpet Cleaning. When we had our mobile detail, it was None Better Mobile Detailing. So we've always just used None Better. It's a spinoff of my last name. So for me, I don't even never have to wonder what am I going to call something. Now, Notary Educators was a little bit different because, of course, I don't call it None Better Educators. But I don't call it None Better Educators. I felt something was on my glasses. But anyway, Notary Educators. I was like, well, we're about notary and we educate. Boom. Just that simple. So I see a lot of people having different spins on that now. Notary Education, Notary Education Center, Notary whatever. Nobody can do me. I can't do them, right? We could all try to copy each other, and we all in one way or another watching this other person. Okay, they doing that. Maybe I should try this. Okay, whatever, Let's see. So S. Abdul says, what if you don't want to do notary signing? Is it still good to sign up with the NNA for the background check? No, you don't have to. Nope. If you're not, only way you, like I said, if you're going to do notary signing agent, you need that background check. But other than that, general notary work, they're not calling you and say, hey, I need to see a background check. That's just not how it works. Okay? So it's not a requirement. If you're not going to do signings, notary signings, loan signing agent, you don't have to go through the NNA. You can save your money. Okay? Because no one's asking you for a background check. Now, occasionally, I've seen some of my people doing field inspections, and those companies may require a background check. They may. And they can use the one from the NNA. The NNA is an acceptable background check. But even with that, I mean, they have companies that they recommend, so you don't have to go through the NNA, okay? Hey, Davina, what's up? Welcome. Davina says, what does the subscription include? So you have two options. I'll give you the short version because we kind of already went over this, and it's on the website. It's very clear. The $27 package includes your first main 5 courses that you need to start your business, period. And then every week you can meet with us live. It also includes marketing templates, the replays. Both plans get the replay. So the list is pretty extensive what's included. So you can check it out at notaryeducators.com. And the schedule for October is up there also. So we'll have 5 live sessions in October, 5. So it's pretty, it's all inclusive. Both plans are very inclusive. Let's say that. All inclusive is going to be $47. You get your apostille course, your field inspection course, your ink fingerprinting course, wedding officiant, all the stuff, right? But a lot of you aren't even ready for that yet. So that's why I said, you know what? We can start with the 27 and then you can always upgrade, okay? And also in that 47 is a live chat 7 days a week. It's a private group chat, and it's open from like 9 in the morning to like midnight, okay? So you can check that out. Stacy says her name is signed by Stacy. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Signed by Stacy. And you may even want to include signed by Stacy mobile notary. Okay. You may want to even include that if you're going to be doing mobile notary services. I'm not sure what you're planning to do with your business, but because just signed by Stacy, especially on Google, you want to make sure you put that mobile notary in there, okay? Because that's what people are Googling. They're not typically Googling signing service or signing because they don't know what you need. They don't know what they need until they need you. And even then, they don't know what a notary does, right? So when you're first starting out, especially, like mine is None Better Mobile Notary, right? Because actually None Better, I found a None Better dog food when I was looking for my name to make sure nobody had it. It's a None Better dog food company. Pretty big. It's a pretty big dog food company. But yep. So S.I. says, okay, I want to do that. Yeah, again, it's not a requirement. Oh no, is the rain coming? I feel dropped, y'all, and I didn't get a chance to do my walk. Yeah, I'm feeling driplets. I might can finish my live though. I got 3 minutes. So, you're welcome, Davina. So, yeah, check out the descriptions. They are what they are. It's nothing. We're not hiding anything. Whatever you see in that list, that's exactly what you get. Oh, it's about to rain. I'm going to finish this, Stacy. Stacy says, signed by Stacy, Professional Notary Services, how it's listed. Okay. Signed by Stacy, Professional Notary Service. Okay. So that way, yes, people will know that you're a notary. Yes. That's fine. Yep, that's cute. Signed by Stacy, Professional Notary Service. Yeah, I like that, Stacy. Oh, the rain, y'all. Okay. Well, let's see. I'll stand here to wrap this up because I hate to just leave. Let's wrap it up. So, I'll stand under here for a minute because it is rain. You see the drop on the phone. I don't know if you can or not. And I missed my walk. Dog it. But anyway, let me show y'all it's raining. Look at that. Can y'all see the rain? You can't see it. You can't see it, but it's raining. That's why I'm like, I'll finish up though. So any last minute questions? We got a couple people just started. Fortunately, I had my big selfie stick. So that's how I'm able to stand out here. And I was getting ready to go change my shirt and do my walk. It might stop. You know how Georgia rain is. So it doesn't matter what state you're in. I'm glad I said that. Yeah, it doesn't matter what state you're in. We have people from all different states. Illinois, Michigan, wherever, all over the world. And your documents literally will come from all over the world. Actually, we don't have people from all over the world, but all 50 states. But your documents will come from all over the world. They will. Because you will be doing apostilles eventually, maybe. And your documents will come from all over. I had a little bit better lighting like that, I think. All right. Last call for questions. Last call. Because I like to handle as much as I can live. That way we can answer your questions. I could be stepping right here, actually. Any more questions? Any more questions? Because I'm going to have to do the best I can with my workout. That might be a distraction for y'all. So I'll stop that. Let's wrap up. Okay, guys. Well, on behalf of Notary Educators, I will see you over at Mentorship or the chat, whichever comes first, or here on YouTube, okay? Until then, all things notary, check out notaryeducators.com. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you all. Have a great rest of your weekend, okay? Bye!
Thanks for tuning in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast. We hope you found today's episode helpful and inspiring as you build your notary business. Don't forget to explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training notary library for more resources to expand your skills and services. Stay connected with us on YouTube at Notary Educators with Kimmi for even more tips, tricks, and industry insights. Be sure to subscribe and share this podcast with others who want to succeed in the notary field. Until next time, keep growing and learning, and take your notary business to the next level. See you soon! Don't forget, for all things notary related, visit notaryeducatorsllc.com.